Good afternoon, troops. This is Alesha Brown, the Joy Guru, President and CEO of Alesha Brown LLC, where I encourage you that it is never too late to edit your life. And let me tell you, today was full of edits for me, but I think this is a good lesson for you as to why, give you some insight to why I'm always laughing and joyful. Um, I was supposed to start physical therapy today. In case you're not aware, I had a nasty fall last week in a store that I will not mention. So I am dealing with rest and recovery, and this week was supposed to start physical therapy that I really don't want to go to anyway, even though I know it's necessary. We all have areas in our life like that. We know we need to do it, but we know there's some pain involved, so we're not really looking forward to it, even though it probably will help us get better. So, wanted to share with you today, are you leveraging the power of no? And this is how it starts. Um, Funny thing, just left the appointment. They tell me, Miss Brown, I'm so sorry. We tried to call you to let you know that we are an out of network service provider for you. Meanwhile, one of the numbers they gave me, I never gave you that number. That is an old home number that I have not had for like 10 or 15 years. So maybe you're pulling things from your system. Um, the other number you said you left a message, no, that's my cell phone. I stay abreast on those messages, even though I may not return them promptly. So no, I know you didn't call me. But anyway, she's like, you can come here, but you would foot the whole bill yourself. I didn't need her to say anything else. I said, that's fine, thank you so much. So now I'll be looking for another physical therapy place that's in network. Now, really couldn't be mad about that. All I could do is what is typical for me, and that is laugh. Thought it was funny. I told her, well, it could always be worse. And by the way, I didn't want to come to physical therapy anyway. And we made a joke out of it. But that's me. I make jokes out of things, but it helps you put things in perspective. Now, here's where all of that has to do with leveraging the power of no. One of the benefits I told her was, I was going to ask you, could we reschedule? Because, one of the problems I have since the fall is at any given time, my writing hand, my typing hand, I'm right-handed. Since the fall, things happen where I can't use it. There'll be a lot of pain that shoots through it, and there's some numbness, and I go to write, and, the hand just simply says no, not now. I often have to put on the brace for it. But that's that. As a writer, as a CEO, that's a problem. But there are all type of tools and resources to get around that. And again, sometimes all the things that you're doing, they're not emergency. So when things like this happen, it's okay. Sometimes our biggest problems in life is that we don't know how to cut things off. And I'm telling you one thing, there is a silver lining in every cloud, in every storm. One of the things that, I digress looking at back on next week since the fall is that a lot of things I gave all of my energy to. I'm one of those people, I tell you, I am all in or all out. So if I catch the vision and I'm passionate and I put my name to it, especially if I put my brand name to it, I am going to give you excellent service. That's just me. My 100% is probably somebody else's 10%, So for me, I'm sorry, I said that backwards. My 100% is probably somebody else's 1000%. So, for me, I always have to analyze myself to say, what you define as 100% for your recipient, that's like 1,000. They don't need you to go that hard. Great passion, but you've got to be able to take your passion and your energy and make sure you're applying them appropriately. There's no good for you to give 90% of yourself to everything with only 10% left. And so often we do that. We're passionate about a thing, and passion is so good. But for some of us, we have a problem saying no. We say yes to this and we say yes to that. And what happens? We wind up being the person on the project, behind the scenes, wherever it is, running the entire show for someone else to stand up there and smile and get credit. And a lot of times there's not even a thank you. So, that sometimes is misfortunes in life. Sometimes it's things that happen where we are forced to step back, that we realize we were not using the word no enough. We were giving too much. Sometimes it's not just time and money. Sometimes it's energy. That's one of the things I find out with my clients, as well as sometimes myself, is that we give so much energy to things. And it's energy we don't need to expend. Sometimes it's the energy into what he or she thinks, what they're saying behind my back, what they're plotting against me. And if I do this, they're going to think this. We have a whole drama soap opera running around, dancing in our heads, and that is energy that's unnecessary. You should be using that energy for strategy, planning, mission, dreaming, focus, execution. Need I go on? There's so many things in the mission that your life was created for that you need to be devoting time to. You do not have time to expend too much energy in certain areas. So that's what I wanted to tell you today. And if you're going back and you've listened to this whole message and you're wondering, Alesha, I still don't see the connection between physical therapy and the fact that you couldn't go. Oh, well, you know what? There was this wonderful place I wanted to go to pick up something. Now, I love shopping, but of course, right now I'm not in shopping mode. We're having problems with walking. We're having problems doing this. It's not like the old me who's just going to go in here. I'm going to pick up this. I'm going to try this on. And I'm going to, ooh, everything looks pretty. And hey, I need that for my next flight, my next meeting, my next appointment. But you know what? I do have a moment. Maybe for someone to just drive me to the beach and sit there and be at peace. Or maybe a moment. It could be while I'm taking medication. Could be just a moment to sit there and have a decent conversation with a nice hot cup of tea. I don't know. But it's like, you know what? You allotted time for this. You're not going to be able to do it. So what else is there that you would like to do while you're out, while you have this moment to breathe, within the restrictions of what you're able to do before returning home? Leverage the moment. Leverage whatever the no was. Leverage when things don't work out the way you think they should, or when things don't go according to plan, because such is life. But it's not all for naught. It's not where, oh, I had to come out the house and you know how hard it was for me to get dressed and this and that, and you wasted my time and you should have told me, because trust me, I was there at that practice and even had a gentleman that was there when I walked in and walked out, very angry man. And the one thing he told me, he said, these doctors are pissing me off. Yeah, don't do that. Watch how you spend your energy. Watch how you give out your resources. Watch the way you allow people and things and situations to dominate your thought process. Because in the end, you're going to be the one the worst impacted. They're not even thinking about you. They're moving on. It's like, that move they say in boxing, they stick and move. They're gone. And you're still going on, some people, with this whole drama in your head. Not necessary. Change your thinking so you can change your trajectory. And as always, thank you for even listening to this whole message. I hope I wasn't rambling. I hope you were able to extract the nuggets that were my intent and apply them to your life for transformation. But for all things joy, you can always follow me at thejoyguru.net. Have some wonderful blog posts that have been put out this weekend. One of them, I believe, is scheduled this morning, and you'll find it on the page. But people, I love to hear your comments. I love to hear your feedback. I love to know how the things that are being shared are making a difference in your life. And also, I want you to follow me while I am off the mend and able to get back to normal activities. More additional opportunities for us to engage together. I'll actually be traveling more to different states. Before the end of this year. So would love to maybe sometimes when I'm in Florida or when I'm in New York or when I'm in and I think it's Indianapolis coming up, I would love to see you. So again, for all things joy, you can follow me at thejoyguru.net. Leave your comments on some of the blog posts, as well as sign up for my VIP announcements so you'll always be the first to know of events and things that are coming up. God bless.